Hey guys, thanks for being here. Today we have State1 with us today. This is their second or third AMAs with us. I know they were here around a year or something ago during the pre-sale in Genpact. So it's been over a year. So very happy to have them back to kind of give us an update. And I think they do have a slated date to launch very soon here. State1 vision is to help people and businesses to build a parallel life in the metaverse, for people to have fun, work, and earn additional income, businesses to increase their profit and gain greater global recognition. So with that being said, I'd like to welcome Elliot and Danielle from the team. For those that may not know you guys well yet, please go ahead and give us a quick introduction about yourself, your team, and your background, please.
Yeah, hi everyone. I am Elliot from State1, and it's a great pleasure to be here. I'm the project manager with State1, and my background in crypto is of a few years old now. I started in 2017 as an investor. First of all, did that cycle and I got wrecked as a newbie. Really a lot, like a lot of other newbies at that time. Then I started getting more interested in crypto, in the industry. I started working full-time in crypto in 2020, and I joined the project a few weeks ago as the project manager, as I mentioned. But I've known of State1 for at least 1 year, I'm very very happy to work in this team. What these guys have achieved so far has been incredible, to say the least, and look forward to the launch very soon and everything else that we've got in store.
Hi everyone, I'm Daniele, CTO and co-founder of State1. I have a background as a software engineer in the Web2 space. Okay, I was working for one of the leading insurance company in the market, and then in 2018 I start interested in crypto because of the blockchain technology. But of course, as a consequences, I started interacting with tokens, crypto, and all that stuff. So investment part, and as a Web2 guy, I tend to mix Web2 and Web3. And then in 2022, we founded State1 with Andrea and Alessandro, our CEO and our CFO.
Awesome. Thanks for the introduction there, guys. All right, so let's break down State1 and GoldBrick. Now, I know that you guys have a pretty massive ecosystem, from AI to gaming to GoldBrick, and we will touch on all those. But if you have to describe the core business model of State1, what is the underlying business model of State1?
Okay, so I'll answer that. The very very short version of what we do is in our slogan. State1 is where gaming and commerce merge. The little bit longer explanation is that we have a place, a virtual world where businesses meet users and clients, and they interact with each other. That's as simple as, or as simply as I can put it.
Right, and I think you guys are touching on a very, I think, useful, but also, when you think about, Web3, I feel like that's where it's heading. I have not seen a project that can tap into that where what you guys are doing here, where you bring the Web2 businesses into the Web3, and for people to, I guess, interact with each other or selling goods, etc. That's a big industry. That's a big industry, and I definitely see why you guys are doing it. So let's start out with that. Let's start out with the metaverse, how you guys are trying to get businesses into the Web3, and for users to, I guess, engage with businesses, and I guess for mutual benefits as far as, selling goods, etc. So let's go into detail with that. How are you guys doing that?
Yeah, no worries. Very very good question. So what we do is when they started, of course, they particularly targeted businesses, as you mentioned, that were present in Web2. So let's call it real life. and had their old ways of interacting with clients. And they approach them and say, hey, there is a different way now to present your product, to present your service. And I'm going to be the one that helps you to get that strategic advantage and be a part of it and have a space in this virtual world, which is all, fine. If there are clients, if there are users, if there are people there that can see your product and service. And the way to bring these people and meet the clients is to have them there on the platform by using the game, which we also have created, and it's called GoldBrick game. So the users are there because they're playing the game. They stay in the game because they get a return, they get value, they get obviously some fun because it's a very strategic game, and it's a lot of fun to think of where you want to buy properties, and I'm gonna get into detail on that later on. But they're already there. Then they can go and visit businesses in this virtual world. They can interact with the owner of the business. They can get special promotions, cashback. They get tokens, and so they get also money by doing certain tasks. And it's a win-win situation, really, because now the business has a chance to target people that never before have been targeted because they were very interested in the digital world and not in Web2. And the users are playing, are getting money, are getting benefits and cashback, and it's great. So it's just an ecosystem. It feeds on each other, on itself as well. It continues. It's sustainable, and we think that we tapped into something that is very powerful.
Okay, so let's call it let's go further in that bit there, because actually that's very interesting. So let's say I own a clothing store, right? So now I can go ahead and bring my clothing store business onto your metaverse, right? And so the consumer or the people who hold this GoldBrick token or playing this game, they earn tokens, this GoldBrick at the same time, but that allows them to also able to have access to my business, to earn promotion, etc., through my business. Is that correct?
It's correct. So let's use the example that you brought up. You have a clothing store. So you could have, for example, a dedicated private room or a showroom or a shop in the virtual world. Me as a user, I'm going there because you have advertised. I'm in the virtual world. I saw an ad for Seattle's clothing store. I come in there, and by using XR or extended reality, for example, I want to buy a new T-shirt. By using my telephone, I can see what the T-shirts would look like on me, and then say, "Yep, I want one of those. Order it. This is my address," and then you ship it, and I get it. And that's the way of interaction that was never available before to these businesses, and all of a sudden they can do that. And of course, we're just talking about one T-shirt, but it might be a one piece only that you want to make a special event of, and you advertise that in advance, and you put it on your social media, and people with a visor can come and do that on a telephone. It's something that, again, for coming from a business point of view, is something incredibly, incredibly powerful. And a lot of businesses have recognized that. And that's why we already have more than 100 that have been onboarded.
More than 100 businesses on board? Did I hear that correctly?
Correct. Okay. And if you go on the use case site, part of our website, you can see some of the names of these businesses. Like we're talking of big businesses, such as the government's health system in Italy. They've used this for telehealth services, medical services. We have one of the largest, if not the largest, distributor of Rolex and other high-end watches in Europe that has been onboarded. We have a former national football player from Italy, and actually more than one. We have a luxury cars distributor as well and reseller. A university in Italy. We have a long list, and you know what? The best thing is that we have a list of people that actually want to get in. Right now we're very focused on the launch, which we're going to discuss later, I'm sure. But the great thing about this is that State1 is a real business as well. At its core, at its foundation, we have revenue, we have people coming, and they're asking us, okay, where can I get into the virtual world? Where can I get a private space? And that's the greatest thing, because we have funds coming in, we have the revenue, and that's why we are going to be sustainable, no matter what happens.
Okay, I think, I mean, it's definitely something that I like to see a company, a project, and hopefully you guys be the first one to tap into that, because I think it's enormous. But I think just because how ambitious it is, of course, it does come with a lot of difficulties as well. So let's go in depth on some of the difficulties that I feel that you guys can be facing, right? So right now, what would you say the priority is? Like, are you guys focusing on business, onboard businesses, or does the user base come first? What is your priority at the moment right now?
Okay, our priority right now is of launching the token on the 24th of February. And as such, we have done a seed sale. We are right in the middle, which by the way, sold out very, very quickly. We are in the middle of finishing the private sale or strategic sale. And I'd like to discuss that very briefly later. And then just before the 24th, the week before, we will do the final public sale on 4 or maybe, depending, 5 big launch pads. 4 of them have been announced as well already. We have Pools, Spores, GameFi, Serious Pad, and a 5th one might be announced very soon. So this is where all the focus is right now, because we already have a big number of businesses. We already have more than 7,000 users. So as soon as we launch the token, then we can go back to, again, put a lot of effort into growing both sides of the business. But as I mentioned, we have a list of clients ready to be onboarded. And of course, as far as the users and the game is concerned, there's going to be a lot of marketing pre-launch, especially the week before it, before the 24th, and also after that. So not sure if that answers your question, Seattle.
Yeah, it does. It does. And I think, so I think a platform like this, as you guys are doing this because how ambitious it is and how, if you're able to successfully implement this, it can be huge, right? Great success for businesses and for consumers because easy access, etc. So I think, it's one of those things where you definitely need the businesses to come on board, but at the same time, you definitely need also the users to have the users, right? Because to have one without the other, you just cannot operate, right? So I want to touch on what you said there. You have 7,000 users right now, and you have 100 businesses or on board already, ready to be on board. Is there an actual use case where, like you guys are actually creating revenue or business already creating revenue at the moment right now, or based off your 7,000 users that you have, or how many businesses you have on board? Did any transaction go through yet? Has that been done yet?
As in if they have paid us to come on the platform, or if they have transacted with the clients?
They have transacted a client with an actual transactions where, like, one received a product or a business made some money off the current users, etc.
Okay, good question. Because Daniela, you go.
Yeah, sure. For now, before we are launching the token 24, a lot of businesses is using the XR solution we provide them outside, okay, because you can use it in the virtual world and you can use it in the website through a link, okay. So of course they got a lot of visibility through our virtual world, but for now it's redirect to their website. So a lot of businesses use standalone solutions. For example, in the healthcare system in Italy, they are using a lot, of course, because the environment need to be very, very secure, because we work also both with private clinic, both with jails. They use outside that, and also we got some example I can do is a sports psychology center. From the founder is one of mental coach of a lot of Serie A league football team. I don't know if you know Serie A league of football, soccer.
No, I have not. I have
Okay.
not.
It's like the Premier League in England, but we call it Serie A in Italy.
Okay, yeah. So very okay.
So a lot of them it's using the solution with real clients, not using GoldBrick yet, because of course we need to launch it in February 24. But they're already using it outside the ecosystem. But on the 24, all the businesses will be available on. With this solution.
Is it me? Okay. Yeah, then you got cut off a bit. For a bit there.
It's not me. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Daniela, you got cut off.
Sorry?
We didn't hear the end.
Oh, I said that. Where did I stop? Okay, let me do a recap. Businesses where we are already doing real business.
Okay. I actually the reason why I want to really dive deep in this is because I feel like this is your core business model.
Yeah, sure. They're already using it. So they have clients. They are using their solutions. Of course, after the launch on 24, all these businesses can use GoldBrick, and of course get access the promotion cashback to the users. But
so right now,
if you join if you join the virtual world, you can see a lot of logos on top of the plots. You can press F and go on their website. You can find the virtual solution of the businesses, and you can buy products, services, all that stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Now, I mean, okay, so business come on board, and consumers or users able to visit those shops virtually, get consultations or look at product, etc., and promotion, etc. Now, are you guys planning to implement this like locally, like maybe starting out, at the around your area first? Because I cannot imagine right now. So, for example, let's say over in Italy right now, and there's a clothing store right now, for example, and I'm from America, and I go on there, and I see a product that I like. Let's say, for example, let's say a watch store or whatever. And I Rolex, so I just have Rolex, and I say, you know what? There's a promotion online on the virtual store for 50% off, and I go in that shop virtually, Rolex, and I'm able to buy that for 50%. How does the logistic work? Like, from shipping from Italy to America, and how does that, like, let's talk about that. Like, how does that work? Or are you guys just planning to open up locally right now? Maybe like one CD first and slowly scaling it out. Like, let's talk about it. How does that work?
Well, with that, it would work just like it. Sorry, Daniela.
Yeah, go ahead, Elliot. Yeah.
It would work just like any other business shipping internationally. So if you wanted to purchase a high-end watch from Europe, the heavily discounted price, then it would be the business itself that has got a courier or a shipping company that they use, and they would take care of sorting out the shipment for you to the US.
Okay, so you guys do not get involved as far as the logistic goes. So let's say a business come on board, they have to fully be responsible for the shipping aspect of it, and handle all the dispute, etc. themselves. So you guys would not be involved in it at all, correct?
Daniele,
Yeah,
we have not discussed that as yet, but I don't think so. But you're please feel free to comment
yeah.
on
The
this, Daniele.
businesses are autonomous. There are a lot of big businesses that already shipped worldwide, ship from Europe to America and on in other countries. And of course, there are also other businesses that are smaller. So depending on the business, if they can ship worldwide, they will ship. If not, you can see we don't ship to this country. So yeah, they are autonomous. They use their own logistics.
Okay. And what about what is the, I guess, what is the is it dollars? Is it through GoldBrick, which is a token you guys have? So how does the transactions is made? Like what sort of yeah, let's go through the transactions. Like, is it GoldBrick or is it dollars, or how does that work? And how do you guys benefit from it? So let's say I open up a store, I might come in, buy it in virtually from the store. Uh, what type of, I guess, token is he paying? And if you're using the token, like, how do you guys benefit from it as a company?
So everything
Yeah.
is powered by GoldBrick. So the user will have to use GoldBrick to access the good or service.
Okay, so if that's the case, then what about the dispute? So let's say if Mike come in and pay me, let's say 3 GoldBrick for a watch, right? And if you guys are not involved in that logistic wise, so what if there's a dispute? Mike sent me 3 GoldBrick, and I happen to be, you know what, F Mike, I'm not gonna send my Rolex to him. How does that come to play? As far as dispute goes?
Daniele, I'll leave it with you. If they've got disagreement with the transaction.
Yeah, sorry, but I didn't answer.
We
pay with
can
crypto, you
hear
can
you,
pay
Daniele.
with GoldBrick. Okay.
Okay.
Of course, if you pay with GoldBrick, you can get benefits. For the dispute, of course, we can help the customer to interact with the businesses. Of course, we can perform like a middleman to ensure that both parties can solve the dispute, and so we can help both the part, of course. And price is fixed in dollars. So if the GoldBrick goes up, you will pay the fixed amount of in GoldBrick.
Okay, yeah. So I think there's something that I think is very crucial when we're talking about e-commerce business online, right? I think the biggest thing is disputes, right? And who's to say almost that you got to have a DAO, then you're going to have a body of governance to say, you know what, this guy is right, this guy is correct. If A is right and B is wrong, whatever, then there's got to come to a resolution, right? And dispute that accordingly. Because when you're talking about scaling this worldwide e-commerce, I think that's so crucial, right? And we see what's happening right now, even in the web too, whether that's through PayPal, whether that's through eBay or anything, right? Amazon, etc. Yeah, but I think you guys are very mindful of that. So those are things that I think very important. So now, okay, so now we got that out of the way. How easy it is for business to onboard? What is the, I guess, what is the requirement to onboard a business onto your universe, and how fast is it? How efficient is it?
It's really easy. They just have to approach us. They can send us an email or approach us on one of our channels, and then we basically sit down with them and discuss their needs, what their clients' needs are, how they've been reaching their clients so far, and then we find a tailored solution for them. It's again, just if somebody wanted to get onboarded right now before launch, we would say it's going to take a few weeks for sure, because we are focused on that right now. But yeah, it doesn't take long, depending on the solution that they agree on. In terms of just opening a space for them, it's very, very easy and very quick. If they want something a little bit more in detail, it might take a little bit longer. But yeah, it's as we mentioned before, there's already a lot of businesses that have been onboarded, some with incredibly powerful and complex solutions. Daniele, as you mentioned, is a software engineer. We have a team under him, so we're ready to help any clients, any company to make the leap from Web 2 to Web 3.
And is it okay for you to, I guess, talk about the cost of a business to onboard? And is it in a sort of like, I guess, does the company benefit when a project currently right now in this stage right now to come on board?
That's right, absolutely, and that's a big part of our revenues coming in all the time.
Okay. And how are you guys racing? You said that you have over 100 businesses already or ready to come on board. How are you guys raising awareness to State1? Like, is there like a marketing team out there? Like, what are the strategies to onboard businesses? At the same time, also, what are the strategies to onboard users to the ecosystem?
Yep. So so there's already more than 100 onboarded, and we have a lot waiting. And the way that they started, and there was no really other way to do it properly, was basically to do it in the old way, the Web 2 way. So Andrea, who's unfortunately on a plane right now, actually going to visit a potential client, potential business coming on board, went around knocking on doors using his network, and that's how he started to bring businesses in. And then from that, obviously, we did also marketing on social media, but mainly it's been legwork and door knocking, a lot of that. And now, obviously, with that number of existing clients, then they've told other people. It's word of mouth, and this is how it started. And just like any other business in real life, and that's how many years ago how I started my business, how I expanded it, and then of course, with you go a little bit more into digital, and you start doing different types of marketing. And speaking of that, we have and we are using some big names in the space as far as marketing. We already have one, and we're going to have another roundtable interview at the Mario Nofal Twitter account. We're using his agency as well. There is another agency that we're going to use starting with a week before TGE, a week before the 24th, and especially after launch. But yeah, you're absolutely right. One cannot exist without the other. So we have to push, obviously, to keep having businesses coming in for that revenue, very, very precious. And we need to have the users. So the users will come. A lot of them will come because of the marketing that has been generated prior to and after launch on the 24th. And the businesses, as I mentioned, are already there, and now more and more are coming in purely out of word of mouth.
Yeah, I think like you just kind of like touch on that there. I think it's so important to have a pretty good balance all around, right? In order for the business to sustain. So I think you guys are very mindful of that, and I think that's where you guys are going to be putting the emphasis on, is that getting the user base, getting the business at the same time, because one without the other, just not enough incentive, right? And also able to create a business model where you're able to generate revenue in order to sustain the ecosystem. Of course, you got the safety side of it, the logistic shipping side of it, etc., dispute as well. Yeah, I mean, it is a massive and very ambitious task that you guys are taking on right now, and I applaud you guys for that. I would love for you guys to see how this plays out, and how if and to see your success. So yeah, thank you so much for answering tough questions, right? So because those are the questions that are very much needed when you're talking about e-commerce worldwide. Now I know that you do have more other aspects within the ecosystem as well. So yeah, let's touch on that. You have gaming, and you also have I guess AI as well. And I think you guys are thinking about doing a university too, correct? Now the university, I'm actually very excited about that. I think that has a space in the universe there. So yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah, we got in contact with university. Can you hear me well now? I think I've solved my problem with connections.
Yeah. Yes, we
Okay,
can.
great. Yeah, we got in contact from university through some articles and spot in TVs, and we did some lessons both in Cagliari, both in Rome, and university about XR technology, about digital world, about AI. So we talk with the student, we take classes, and also we got through university the agreement with the Italy healthcare system to provide telehealth services. And so they opened the door to a lot of partnership through that. We're also talking with biomedical university right now to other services, also always in the healthcare system, in the pharmacy system sector. So yeah, it got a big role in that, and yeah, it helped us a lot.
Yeah, I think when I think about even the university or like metaverse, where because when you talk about metaverse, right, it's that easy or accessibility for the work, right? You say education, right? So you have a lot of people maybe from, let's say, Vietnam, China, Cambodia, where they cannot fly to have top-notch education in America or whatever, right? So I think that's where the university, the metaverse comes in. Or even you have like a specialist, whether that's medical or any other area, right? An expert where they can come in, for example, hold like a certain GoldBrick token, they can come in and get a free consultation or able to speak to like a doctor that specializes in whatever, knee problem or whatever, right? So I think when I think about the universe, I mean, not the universe, the metaverse, uh, I think like consultation, stuff like that, man, I think that's going to be very powerful. And it does not require a lot of the logistic hardship, right? But yeah, the university is amazing. I think I'm excited more about that that you guys are doing there.
Yeah, businesses can provide training courses, or for example, you have a case studies that martial arts course, and also with university we are working for, of course, classes doing that, and people can join using XR and from all the world to participate and learn something from the other part of the world.
Yeah, sounds good. Actually, yeah, I think that's going to be very useful. Like even have like USA Crypto Group, right? And as the space evolve in, let's say we have a booth in the metaverse where there's incentive for people to hold GoldBrick, come in and talk to us, and maybe doing a class of basic, cryptocurrency, how to use the wallet, etc., live, through VR, whatever. I think that's gonna be very powerful. I think that's gonna be very powerful there.
You can
All
be the
right.
first one, Seattle.
Yeah, I think, yeah, we want to be the first one. I think I may have had the conversation with you guys at the first AMA here too. Just waiting for your launch and kind of see how things go, Yeah, I definitely would. We would love to do that actually.
Great. Sounds great.
Yeah. All right. What other things you guys have going on? What is the AI? Because I don't think the first time we talk about it, there was an AI thing involved in it, right? Is that something that you guys recently incorporated recently?
Yeah, we provide AI agents for the businesses. We start slowly, creating the product, create the base, but we are developing a lot of AI agents. For example, as I mentioned before, I don't know if you hear me because I were breaking. Sports Psychology Center founded by that provide mental coach for football team and sports team in general. There is a AI mental coach that athletes can use to talk, to monitor the progress on the platform, so that he can see the progress, the metrics of their performance, and you can talk with him to monitor them, to ask questions, to do mental coach services. And also, we're working with European Poker Championship that is providing a poker course for users. It's still in work in progress, but you will get an agent that you can play against poker to help with the course. So we provide AI agents for the businesses, and also we can also provide for the standard part of the case studies a simple AI that's talk with users and suggest them, hey, you can buy this, you can buy that. So guide users in purchasing service and products from that businesses.
Yeah, I think AI agents, I think that's going to be huge, man. I think it's going to be so fast. It's going to make everything more efficient, right? Whether that's users or whether that's for the business. I think it's going to change how we operate business for sure.
100%.
It's incredible, actually, when you think about it. Like, I mean, like now it's like you can like 10x your workload, right? Like it's amazing. Like it's unbelievable. Like, I mean, imagine the future, like 20 years from now. I don't know. It's kind of scary.
Only if you don't
But
adapt to it.
yeah, see, that's the thing, right? And that's the thing. And I think kind of Elon kind of knows that. He kind of foresee the future. That's why they're doing like, Neuralink, like the chip in your head, right? So eventually, everybody you literally have equal education, right? It just depends on how much you want to pay for the chip, right? Because if you don't, guess what? You get left behind.
Yeah, brain powered by AI with the chip.
That's what it is. Neuralink. That's literally what it is. It's like, instead of now going to what university you want to go to, what shop you want to go to, or how much you want to pay for the chip, for your brain.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Okay, so I want to touch on one thing, Daniela and Elliot, right? Apparently, the user base is very crucial. Now, the business online on the metaverse, in order for people to actually interact with them, right, and see the product, etc., they do need some sort of like a device, the VR, etc. From the consumer user side of it, what are you guys plan? Like, is there some sort of incentive for people to get these equipment, or how do the users? What are you guys doing to, I guess, bringing on those users into the metaverse and having this technology where they can see the product from the businesses? Is there a plan for that, or they just have to go buy on themselves if they're interested in it?
Yeah, we can pretend that all the users, or better, the majority of users have the VR headset it's using, and that they will use it 3 hours for joining the metaverse and the virtual world. But of course, our services and ecosystem is available in different platforms from browser, so you can join 3D. We are focusing more on business and service in AR first, because of course everybody has a smartphone all over the world, but a small percentage have VR. And also with mobile phones, with the app on mobile, we will go cross device for every services. Of course, the VR experience is the most immersive one, but not everybody have a VR headset, so you can join it with the experience with that. But of course, you can join with AR version with your smartphone, or with in 3D with your browser or your mobile phone.
Okay. All right. Yeah, sounds good. Now let's talk about your launch. Your launch on the 24th, you said, correct?
That's right.
Okay. And okay, so are you guys done raising money already, or is that something that's still ongoing?
It is ongoing. and we have a little bit of private sale, or what we call strategic sale, left over. A little bit, which is about $200,000. We raised about $800,000 already, and basically we're just pushing this final allocation of private that anyone can buy. By the way, we're not using any platform for that. We want to give the opportunity to everyone, whether they're whitelisted, not whitelisted, whether they are from any country in the world, to access the tokens before the public sale goes live towards the end of the month. The private sale or strategic sale comes at a very heavily discounted price. The token will be at launch worth 10 cents. During the strategic or private sale, depending on how much you buy, you can buy for as little as 0.066. So it's a massive, massive discount. But again, we want to give people that believe in us as much as we can in terms of value. The token and the tokenomics have been studied for a very long time before being implemented. This is a project that is designed to be sustainable, to be here for many, many years. So we don't have all tokens unlocked at launch, because that would be pure madness. We're not a meme token project at all. We're not pushing for people, to have a quick pump and dump. That's not the purpose. This is a project that we want you to invest in, and be here in a few years' time. Still have those tokens and have made a lot of money. But obviously, like all the other businesses in the world, it takes time to get to that point. And we really want the investors to grow with us as well. So the tokens, a portion of it is free at launch, 10%, and then there's a cliff period and then vesting. And that's how all serious businesses treat the token or their coins when it comes out, when it launches.
Okay, so right now there is also a private allocation right now. You're still sitting at you said 6 cents, correct? And the launching price is at 10 cents. Is that correct?
It can be as low as 6 cents 60, so 0.066, and yes, launch is 10 cents. So massive, massive discount. Knowing that we're going to launch on a tier 1 exchange, and there's going to be a lot of liquidity coming, because we have one of the top players in market making already secured. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go and meet with them in Hong Kong in 10 days' time for consensus.
Okay. How much money have you guys raised to date?
Daniele would be the best person to discuss this.
Yeah, we raised 650K in seed round, 285K in strategic. We have 200K left for users open for the strategic round, with the massive discount that Eyal was saying. And then we allocated 750K on multiple launchpad for the public round.
Okay, so today you guys raised around $1 million in cash, and you guys right now 200K for the currently right now, and around
more or less
700K. Yeah, 700K for the public. I mean for the Doxxed, right? It's for the launch pads, right? So 700K.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So just a rough estimate. Go ahead.
Sorry, Seattle. Bear in mind that those launchpads have got their own communities. So unless you're already part of that community, it would be very hard to access, because they've got their groups and their whitelists, and that's why we're really trying to push this last allocation of private sale at the moment for anyone who's interested.
Right. Okay. So you guys been here almost over a year ago, I believe, or close to a year. We it was on Jampad, etc. And I think I do have some questions, and they're all questions in our room. Obviously, I still hold a GoldBrick token, and it's been sitting there for a year now, along with I think a lot of community members in here as well. Some of the questions are concerns are what's taking so long? It's been over a year now, and you guys are still raising money. What's the answer to that? What's going on?
Yeah, the launch was supposed to be on July, as we met in the other AMA. Of course, going to different fairs like Consensus in Texas, Token 2049 Singapore. We met a lot of new partnerships. There are very, very big players in the market. So we do that one step up in the big boys world, okay, with the big boys players. And so we decided then to postpone on February 24 to have a new level of tokens of projects to, of course, to have a successful launch. And it's also done for you users. That's all the tokens.
Okay. But as you get to see why there could be concerns, right? It's been over a year. Okay,
Yes,
so
sure.
so right now you guys raised over $1,000. I mean, $1 million, almost roughly around $1 million already, right? And you guys are raising more. Now you guys are doing the public round on the 24th. Now, do you guys have like a fixed date yet? Like as far as an actual launch of the token or the project yet?
Yeah, the launch will be on the 24th. So the token comes out and launches on the exchanges on the 24th. And by the way, for anyone like yourself, Seattle, and anyone else in the community listening to this, with the tokens already, on the 21st, so 3 days before launch, you will be able to swap it with the new token. The old tokenomics, as Daniela said, with meeting new vital and strategic partners, they had a look at the tokenomics and they realized that they needed a better tokenomics system. So a new token was issued, a new contract. The smart contract was audited by Haken as well, which is a huge name in the industry. And as a consequence, the old token needs to be swapped. So anyone who's got it on the 21st, we will be able to swap it. And in terms of sheer numbers, you will get 10 times as much tokens as you had before, but it's exactly the same value as whatever you have purchased. But yeah, 3 days before launch, because we wanted to make sure that you would not be disadvantaged. You will be able to swap it for the new one, and then when it launches, you can do whatever you want with the token.
Okay, that's actually great to know because I've been holding it for a year, and I think along with other people in here as well. Okay, so when you say swap for that, like that information would be posted in your TG, or like you guys don't do an airdrop?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay,
we will post the information on all our social media, and it will be very simple. There will be an app on the website, and you just connect your wallet and it swaps to the new one.
Okay.
Yeah, just one click step to do that. One click to swap. Yeah.
Okay, so Elliot, you said that the public launch on the 24th, but then you guys also said that you guys open up to the launch pad public sales on the 24th. So wait, let's clarify that. Is it the actual launch on the 24th? Is it a public sales on the 24th? Like on the launch
Public?
pads?
Yeah, no, the public sale on the launch pads happens the week before the 24th. So that's going to start very soon.
Okay.
Then when I think the last one ends on the 22nd, I think, or the 23rd, maybe, and then the 24th is the launch. Yeah.
Okay, so the public sale is on around the 17th, and the launch is on the 24th, right?
Yeah. Depending on which launch pad it is, of the 4-5 that have been that are going to be involved. I think they've got different starting dates, but pretty much they're all like that. The week before, 10 days a week before 24th, and then 24th the token goes live.
Is there vesting for the ones that are buying on their on the launch pads, or no?
100%. Yeah, they only have 10% unlocked at launch.
Okay, 10% unlock at launch. and and the rest.
The rest for the public launch, it is 2 months vesting, if I'm not mistaken. Daniele, correct me if I'm wrong, please.
Yeah, 2-month vesting and 10% TGA. Of course, they can bought the token at price launch instead of you bought with discount price because you buy in private sale during the last EMAs. So you got a big advantage buying and then previous AMA in the private sale.
Okay, sounds good. All right, guys. Yeah, I mean, I look forward to see the launch on the 24th, and see you guys. I mean, it's obviously you guys been working really hard, right? I mean, you guys are still around here for a year. Now there definitely be concerns, and I think rightfully so. There are concerns about how long it's taking you guys to launch, come to this point, right? But you guys are launching, so that's good. Good, good to hear that you guys are launching. Yeah, I think we pretty much cover everything. Did we miss anything there, Daniela, Elliot?
Yeah, I think it's said everything. I don't know if Elliot want to.
Not just if obviously a lot of the listeners have got the tokens from prior. So yeah, don't as I mentioned, don't worry. On the 21st, you'll be able to swap them, and we have not forgotten about you. Anyone else who doesn't have the tokens as yet, if you want to be part of the project, something that is a real business, a real company with real clients, this is the opportunity for you to buy the tokens before the $200,000 allocation runs out, because that's it. The tokenomics simply don't allow us to sell more tokens. You will have to wait for launch, and it could be any price. If you don't want to invest as yet, but you still want to be part of the ecosystem, be part of the virtual world, just come on the website. There is a sign up for the game. There is a promotion as well where you can get a free smelter for the game. That would be a whole other AMA. But we can explain to you very easily how to play. There is a guide. You get a free smelter that produces GoldBrick, so it's free money. We're more than welcome to. You're more than welcome to come and play the game for free. Even if you just have a mobile phone, you can access it via the browser. So yeah, be part of I just said the revolution, but it is in a way. It's a new world. It's a virtual world. You could find a business that you always wanted to interact with, and now you have the opportunity to.
Okay, sounds good. All right, guys. So yeah, if you guys are holding the old GoldBrick tokens, join the TG. Okay, join the TG, and there will be update on how to swap that token. Very very important. Okay. Because I know that a year ago we did an AMA, and I think a lot of you guys got in, and I know there's been a lot of concerns as well. So yeah, so they are launching, so that's a good news there. Do you guys have a list of all the launch pads that you guys going to be on yet?
We do have a list. There's already the 4 names that I mentioned. There's just one that is in talks at the moment, and very likely will be confirmed tomorrow. But at this stage, we have Spores, Pulls, GameFi, Serious Pad,
and Spores.
Yeah, pools actually, it's funny to talk about pools. I was actually a very I think I bought into their pre-sale, actually, a private sale. It was like freaking years ago. That was probably probably at least 8 years ago, maybe a little bit more around it. Yeah, it's actually they've come a long way for sure. All right, guys. Well, I think thank you, Elliot, Danielle, for being back here and kind of give us an update what's going on. As far as the vision, the mission, the mission, I love it. I really think that it's ambitious, right? It's ambitious, but as you guys know, every ambitious project like this, it does come with hardships and difficulties as well. And I think you guys are mindful of that. So I do look forward to see how this plays out, and I wish you guys the best. And I want to see you guys succeed on this project.
Yeah, thank you so much, Seattle.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you so much. All right, guys. Well, let me see if there's any question really quick here. If not, then usually we do an AMA. A lot of questions usually get answered already, but let me go scroll it up here and see if there's any question here. So from bonus here, right? And I think he or she asked a very crucial question. I think I kind of touched on that a bit there. But the question is your project just in your country, or is it a global based project? So I guess let's go in depth more with this. Now, starting out, the initial launch of this, are you guys going to mainly focus on specific area first, or is like all of a sudden just bam, like everywhere, all over the world?
So it's a global project. Sorry, Daniela, you go.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
It's a global project. It had to start locally because of the nature of the project. So in order to bring Web2 businesses into Web3, it made perfect sense to start near you. So you contact it's a very silly example, okay? You go downstairs to your bakery if you live in Europe, or you go to the corner shop if you're in the US or Canada or Australia. You talk to them and say, "Hey guys, I can bring you into Web3." It makes perfect sense. So that's how they started, and that's where most of the initial businesses came from. But just to give you an idea, our CEO right now is on a plane, and he's actually traveling to another continent where he's meeting with a very serious business and an interested business owner who wants to be part of the virtual world. So it is definitely a global project, and we're looking to be everywhere, because at the end of the day, that's one of the great advantages of Web3. It doesn't matter where you are, as long as you have access to a mobile phone, you can be part of it.
Thanks for that answer there. Good questions. Another question is, are you guys, do you have like a certain type of businesses where you want to onboard in the beginning initially, or are you open up to every single business out there?
What do you think, Daniela?
Yeah, the solution we provide can help every type of business. Every sector can benefit from there. So yeah, we have no limits in sectors. We want also to embrace as sector as possible to give the users as services and products as possible, of course. So every sector is welcome to the ecosystem.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna take one more here. Okay, so I'm gonna scroll up here and take one more question here.
Web marketing.
Yeah, right. Web marketing. Right. Okay, so can you guys address the scalability when it comes to hosting virtual events, etc.? Like, I guess the technicality of it, right? Like I guess.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So how do you guys manage to, I guess, are you guys able to, I guess, the server, etc.? I guess that's what I think this person's alluded to. How do you handle the rapid scalability?
So yeah, we have two types of XR solution that we provide to businesses. One is standard solution that is like SaaS, okay, software as services. So we host on our servers, and we give to businesses as a subscription, okay. And of course, there is standard solutions with not particular needs. They can show the product, they can show the services through VR, AR without specific need. But when it comes to custom service, okay, so custom solutions, we talk with the businesses if we can offer them, but of course they need to pay an extra fee to manage server, or they go with their own. So we address like this.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, there's it's just a lot of things that I think you guys are very mindful of that needs to be ironed out, right? Because I think initially, I think the revenue has to be has to come in, but at the same time, you guys all know that the barrier to entry got to be very minimal, right? For adoption as well, right? So I think the balance there's got to be almost like on point. But I'm sure you guys know that.
Yeah,
All right,
sure.
guys. Well, I
With
think
standard solution, every business can just join. Very simple. And then if they want, they can add features and go to the custom ones. But if you want to join and try it first, you can join with the standard solution of a SaaS service.
right. Okay, guys. There's a lot of questions. I still don't know how the hell they come up with all these questions, to be honest with you. But a lot of it already got answered. If I missed any other questions, join the TG after this, guys. We're gonna post a TG, okay? Very important that you guys join the TG. That's the only way that you're able to swap the token if you're still holding on that token. I know USA, we hold on, we still have a lot of tokens on that, so we will be going over there and pay attention to that. The public round is going to be around on the 17th, depending on which launch patch you go to. And looks like it's slated for the 24th, which is the official launch of the token. So keep an eye on that as well. So with that, Elliot, Danielle, it's always a pleasure to have you guys back. And there will be on Mario guys space as well. So make sure you guys tune in for that. I think that's going to bring in a lot of awareness to the project as well. And I think they were on Mario, I think 1 or 2 times already. But it looks like they'll be on again before the launch. So I think that should help the project out tremendously. So thank you so much, Danielle, Elliot. You don't have anything last thing to say. We will see you guys on the next one.
Yeah, thank
Thank
you
you,
very much
guys.
for having us.
All right, thank you so much. All right, well, Mike, yeah, I think that was a great AMA. Glad the team come back in and kind of give us an update. And I know that even within our internal talk that we were wondering what's going on over there. So it looks like they do have a launch day very soon here. Mike, do you want to pick one winner?
Sure. Yeah, let me scroll on through it. You know what, Elliot? Let's pick Elliot. Elliot, do me a favor. Scroll through the listeners here and randomly pick one listener to win some money. Grab their @ and please send it to me in a DM.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. So we will post the TG, okay? So if you guys want to go in there, join the TG, okay, guys, and do not spam, please. Do not spam the last project that we did an AMA yesterday, which is genius. The project there is incredible. I mean, that's a NVIDIA team, which is incredible. But you guys keep went in there. You guys spam a bunch of stickers. Please don't spam with stickers. Maybe give like a feedback, or ask questions. But please do not spam people's room with a bunch of stickers. Especially like a serious project, right? Like this, or maybe a meme where they want to have fun, but you guys gonna have to, I guess, make that assessment accordingly. Okay, please. All right. Let's do a random number 2, Mike. So TG guys, if you want to join there, maybe we go there, pick a winner as well, but do not spam the room. I don't know. Make sure you guys listen for updates, okay, to swap the tokens, etc., and when the launch is gonna be. But yeah, go into the TG.
Perfect. Yep, and we'll do a random number as well. Let's see, we have 161 participants currently. So we will do 1 to 200, 5 guesses only. And I just DM'd you that random number, Seattle.
Sounds good. Sounds good, guys. Hey, this is one of the projects that, man, I really want to see succeed. I really do. And that's why I had to ask a lot of tough questions, right? But man, if a project can pull something off like this, man, I'm all for it. You got my support. It's very ambitious, but I love to see it succeed because I think going to the metaverse and have that accessibility for businesses and consumers, very important. But as we know, the logistics of it, right? The is challenging. But you know what? This team here, they're gonna go for it. So I respect that a lot. Thank you, Elliot and Danielle again, and we will catch you guys on the next one. And thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Elliot, real quick, who's your winner?
Mike, I sent you a DM with the name.
Beautiful. Perfect. Much appreciated.
It's at Pluto Land.
Pluto Land. Sounds like a metaverse right there. I like that, Pluto Land. That's a good name, actually. Maybe that's a new mission for Elon Musk, huh?
Why not?
You know what, Mike? Let's talk about the market a little bit, right? So let's just take this opportunity to talk about the market. So yeah, Danielle, I know, Elliot, if you guys want to stick around, it's up to you. Who's on shift right now, Mike? Who's on shift right now?
Let me close up this recording real quick.
Yeah.